Hello guys, welcome to our channel Genius Coders. In last video I explained basic structure of C program. So in this video I will explain how to display output to the terminal. And in next video I will explain how to take input from user and display it. So let's start. So we want to display something to the terminal, and for that purpose we use printf function. So printf function, you can see here it shows suggestions. Just click OK, and all statements, executable statements ended with semicolon. Let's go with semicolon. And for displaying, just let's go with just some constant string. And if you want to display hello world, so just go with double quotes because string always in double quotes. Let's go hello world. Let's build and run it. Okay, you can see here it display hello world. You can print anything you want, like I'm printing C program or anything you want. Just build and run this program. You can see here it will print. So this is string, but what if we want to print a number? So if we go with 7 print 12 and just build and run it, you can see here it will show error because this is now how it works. Just cancel, it won't work. So in here you can also see it's showing warning because we can't just pass integer value to the printf function. For that purpose we need some placeholder. So that placeholder is called as conversion characters. Like there are multiple characters because there are multiple types of numbers, like we have integers, decimals, like long decimal, long integer. So if you want to print this 12, just go with double quotes separated by comma, and in double quotes for integer, that is it is an integer, it is 12. For that we need to use percent %d. So how it works, if you want to display 12, then it will replace percent %d with 12. So if you want to display 12, then it will replace here 12. So let's just build and run it, and in here you can see displaying 12. So what if we have decimal value, like in points? So let's go with point 12.2. just build and run it, see what happens. It won't show because it's showing another number, and this is because we are giving it integer placeholder. So we have a floating, this is actually also called float value. This is alternate name for decimal, and we are replacing decimal value with integer conversion type. Like for floating value we have percent %f. Like if you want to display something in point, value in point. So build and run it first, see is it working. Okay, you can see here it display 12.2 or 5 zeros, 5 or something. So can now get it. For integer we have percent %d to that means if we want to display integer value, then we need placeholder for integer, that is percent %d. And if we want to display decimal value, then we need placeholder of decimal values, like percent %f. So when we build and run it, you can see here there are 6 digit after point. So what if you want to just limit that, just go in percent and f in between. You have to write how many digit you want to print after point. So just go with point. We want to display only 3 digit after point, so just build and run it. And in here you can see 12 and point after point there are only 3 digits. So this you can use multiple times in future. So this is basic. Now, so we want to display a character. So for character there is a placeholder called %c, and to give this %c a character, we need to in single quotes, because all characters must be in a single quote, and characters be like single a or single b, like that, only one character. So in here let's go with a. I'm going with a, small, anything, display. So it will display a. You can see here display a. So this is for so in here I will just write here for a better understanding. We see %d pass like 12. We see %f and we pass 12.22 something. So it's extra. So here we can see we learn %d for integer, %f for floating points like decimals, and %c for single character. And now we want to display string. So for string, of course, for string there is a conversion character like %s. So let's just go with %s. So separated by comma, and all string must be in a double quotes. So in double quotes we are giving a string like hello world, hello world. So we are giving %s as a hello world, so it will replace whole hello world string to the at the place of %s. So it will display hello world. Let's just build and run this program. So in here you can see there's something problem. You can see here 12 of integer, 12.2000 for of floating, and in here a of character, and after that hello world string. So it printed in a single line, so, and we don't want it. So if you want to just go with a new line, so for new line there is a special character, that is \n. So it will add a new line after replacing 12 at a %d. Similarly we can do here \n, and it will print all values at a new line. So if you build and run this, you can see here printed 12 of integer, 12.2200 for decimal, a for character, and hello world for string. So this is very basic conversion character. You must remember this, and it is easy to remember, not a big deal. So let's go. If we want to print a hexadecimal number, you all know about hexadecimal number. So just go with we want to print hexadecimal value. Let's go with printf. And for hexadecimal we have conversion character %x, x for hexadecimal. Let's go with separate by comma. We want to display hexadecimal of 21. Let's build and run this, and in here the hexadecimal of 21 is 15. So we forgot to add a slash backslash n for new line. Let's add it, save it program, and build and run. So in here, this is a hexadecimal of 21. So let's cancel. So this is done. So after this conversion characters, let's just go with if you want to display text with these conversion characters, like I want to print this is number in between, like this is, let's give, this is integer, and you can actually combine this, like it will print this is integer colon space, and it will replace %d with 12. So if you build and run this and see here, this is integer. Let's go with all. So if we execute and build this, we can see here it will show this is integer, this is decimal. So we can just categorize it. So after that, close that. So what if we want to print number of digits in a single printf function? Like if you want to print integer, 3 integers in a single printf function, like we have a printf function this, and we want to print integer values. So for 3 integer values, for single integer value we have %d. So for 3 integer value we have to write 3 times %d. So %d space %d for 3 values, and after that separated by comma. So for first %d, just write any number, 12. I'm writing 12. For second %d, we have 45 separated by comma, and for third we just, let's take 34, anything you want. So for first %d, it will replace 12 at that place. So for second %d, it will replace 45, and for third %d, it will replace 34. Let's save and run and build this program. And in here you can see 12, 45, 34. You can display a number of integer values in a single printf function. There is no limit. So in here we have done. In next video we can see how to take input from user and display at the terminal. So thank you for watching. If this video helps you, then don't forget to share, and if you have any doubts, then comment down below. Thank you.